Welcome to Barcode Collective. This is Jasmine, and today we're going to do a 30-minute restorative yoga practice. So we're going to spend about 2 minutes in each stretch, and it's going to be very low impact. We're basically just stretching and breathing, focusing on releasing tension in the whole body. You don't need any props, and we'll begin in child's pose. So go ahead and make your way into a child's pose. We'll start with a wide-legged child's pose, just like Jacob. The big toes are together and the knees are as wide as your mat. Make sure your hands are as wide as your shoulders. Your forehead is softened down towards your mat if it reaches down to the ground. And just begin to breathe here for about 10 to 20 breaths. Begin to connect with your body. Begin to connect with your breath, making your main focus of today's practice your connection with your breath. Notice if your breath is shallow or if it's deep towards your belly. However your breath is in this moment, before changing it, see if you can acknowledge how it is and accept your rhythm of breathing in this moment. If you notice your mind wandering throughout our practice, see if you can gently, each time you feel distracted, bring your attention back to your breath and how it feels going in and out from your body. And see if you can relax your face, relax your eyebrows, soften your jaw, soften your mouth, and feel your whole body slowly begin to soften into this shape. As we're breathing, let's take 3 deep breaths at your own pace. Let's move forward into a tabletop pose. Take your time to arrive onto your hands and knees. From here, we're coming into a shoulder stretch for our thread the needle. We'll start by reaching the right arm up towards the ceiling. As you inhale, lengthen up through the fingertips. And as you exhale, bring the right shoulder down, right cheek down. Slowly begin to extend the left arm straight forward. And we'll breathe here for about a minute. Just thinking again about focusing your mind on your breath. Whenever you get distracted, see if you can kindly remind yourself to remember your inhales and your exhales. Notice where you can relax here. Maybe it's in the shoulders or it's in the face. We'll take 3 more deep breaths here at your own pace, taking a fuller inhale and a fuller exhale. Good job. Let's slowly come out of the pose. We'll bring the left palm back beneath the left shoulder. Extend the right arm up towards the ceiling as you inhale and come back into tabletop pose as you release. We'll switch sides. Let's start with the left arm reaching up towards the ceiling. Expand up through your chest and exhale, release the left shoulder down, cheek down, and gradually begin to straighten the right arm forward. We'll breathe here for about 10 slow breaths, just closing the eyes and again, just surrendering into this shape, focusing on the inhale and on your exhale. If your mind has wandered away from your breath, gently remember to focus on the inhale and on the exhale. Let's breathe here for 3 more deep breaths, taking a fuller inhale and a fuller exhale for those next deep breaths. Let's slowly release. Bring the right palm back beneath the shoulder, and we'll extend the left arm up towards the ceiling as you inhale. And slowly release as you exhale. From here, we're going to come into an ankle and foot stretch. We're going to bring the knees together and also the feet together. And then go ahead and take a seat onto your heels. Bring your palms behind you. So you'll just have your hands behind you, fingertips facing inwards towards your hips. And just begin to lean back as you lift the knees off the mat. And you should feel this in front of the ankles. And then Jacob, you can have your hands back so that they're beneath your shoulders. Do you feel this stretch? Okay. It's pretty intense, especially if we're not used to stretching the ankles and the feet. So we'll breathe here for about 5 breaths. Just taking it easy and focusing on your inhales and exhales. A couple more breaths here. And good job. Let's slowly release back into tabletop pose. Make your way onto your hands and knees. And we'll come into a hip stretch for our half pigeon. We'll step the right foot forward between the hands. Good job. And we'll have the back knee down on the mat. And we'll go ahead and walk the right foot towards the back of the left wrist as the right shin begins to release down to the mat. Good job. And from here, you can eventually relax your back toes, maybe come down onto your forearms, maybe even use your palms as a pillow for your forehead. We'll breathe here for about 10 to 20 breaths, just relaxing and breathing. Notice if your mind has wandered. See if you can bring it back, focusing on the inhale and the exhale. Let's take 3 deep breaths here at your own pace. And we'll gently release from the pose. We'll make our way back into a child's pose. Take your time to arrive in your child's pose. You can have the knees wide for this child's pose, so if you want to change up this time in your child's pose, you can have your feet together and your knees together if that feels better. And we'll make our way gently into a tabletop pose. Take your time to get there. And from here, we'll switch sides. We'll extend the left leg back. You can arrive in your half pigeon, however feels the most natural for your body. And when you're ready, just release the left shin down, relax the back foot, and make your way towards sleeping pigeon. Noticing if this side is a little tighter or more open than the other side, and just understanding that you might feel tighter or open, so this shape might look a little different than the right side. And we'll be here for about 2.5 minutes, just softening, connecting with your breath. Notice if your mind has wandered away from your breath, and just gently bring your awareness back to the inhale and the exhale. And we'll slowly make our way out of the pose back into a child's pose. Take your time to move your way through. And we'll just breathe here for a couple of breaths. This time, just to neutralize our body, checking in with any subtle differences of how your body feels compared to your first child's pose in this practice. We'll slowly make our way onto our back. You can get there in your most natural way. And we'll arrive with the right knee hugging in towards the chest, the fingers interlaced over the right shin, left leg straight forward. We'll breathe here for 5 breaths, neutralizing the lower back, relaxing the shoulders. And let's gently twist, bring the knee across the body. As you look over the right shoulder, think of creating as much space as you can from the right shoulder and the right hip. We'll breathe here for 2 minutes. Good job. Slowly begin to release. And we'll meet with the left knee hugging into our chest with the right leg straight forward. And we'll breathe here for 5 breaths. And let's slowly twist, bring the knee across your body. And again, think about creating as much space from the left shoulder blade and the left hip. We'll breathe here for 2 minutes. Slowly gaze back to center and gently begin to bring your knees towards your chest, hugging both knees in. And we'll breathe here for about 5 breaths. Good job. Let's slowly arrive in Shavasana. Begin to extend the legs and the arms. And we'll soften and surrender here for a few minutes, relaxing and allowing your breath to take a natural rhythm. slowly begin to deepen your breath. And we'll gently make our way towards a fetal pose. Take your time to arrive. And we'll take a cross-legged seat onto our mats, making your way towards a seat. And inhale, reach your arms out wide, bring your palms together at the top. Exhale, hands to prayer, and bow your head down. And namaste. Thank you.